In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.
Point of order, Mr. Chair! Roll call vote! 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 Roll call vote!
Point of order! Is anybody seeking recognition? The chair recognizes the delegate from Utah.
My name is Phil Wright. I am the chair of the Utah delegation. I make a motion that we have a roll call vote on the rules.
I second the motion.
The Secretary received requests from a total of 9 states requesting a roll call vote on adoption of report on the Committee on Rules. Subsequently, the Secretary received withdrawals, which caused 3 states to fall below the threshold required under the rules. Accordingly, the chair has found insufficient support for the request for a record vote. I need the script. Okay, are they ready for the script? The chair now recognizes the delegate from the state of West Virginia for the purpose of offering a resolution.
Mr. Chairman, I'm Melody Potter from West Virginia, offering the following resolution and ask for its immediate consideration. Resolved that the report of the Committee on the Platform be considered as adopted. Mr. Chairman, for the purposes of explaining the report only, I am honored to yield to the co-chairs of the committee, Senator John Barrasso, Governor Mary Fallin, and Congresswoman Virginia Fox. Thank you.
I now have the honor of recognizing the chairman of the Platform Committee, United States Senator John Barrasso.
To know which states pulled out. You can't just make a statement.
Thank you. Who's proud to be an American?
Washington, D.C. is Maine up. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah, let's go to the...
They're recognizing the chair of the Rules Committee to present the Rules Committee report.
Can we pick the volume up here, guys?
Here we go. Here she comes.
Mr. Chairman, fellow delegates, I offer the following resolution and ask for its immediate consideration. Resolved that the rules as printed and distributed be adopted as the rules for the election and the governing of the Republican National Committee, the rules under which delegates and alternate delegates shall be elected, selected, and allocated, and the rules which serve as the rules of the Republican National Convention. Mr. Chairman and delegates of the Convention, the report of the Committee on Rules and Order of Business has been printed and distributed to the delegates. These rules incorporate the changes adopted by the Convention Committee on Rules and Order of Business at our earlier meeting today. I am honored to have served as the chairwoman of this committee, and I am proud of our committee's work. Mr. Chairman, these rules will provide a strong governing framework for our convention and our party. I move the adoption of the resolution and yield back the balance of my time.
Thank you. Without objection, the previous question is ordered. The question is on adoption of the resolution. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the resolution is agreed to. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid upon the table. The chair now recognizes the delegate from the state of West Virginia.
Wow, Steve.
Of offering a resolution.
This is incredible, Steve. They say the ayes have it on a voice vote. They're saying the ayes have it on a voice vote despite the signatures on the petitions that were submitted.
What is this delegate saying?
Immediate consideration. Resolved that the report of the
They're calling for a roll call vote. Congressman, we're live on MSNBC. What do you have to say?
Mr. Chairman,
They should give us a roll call vote. I think they're making a motion right now.
I am honored to yield to the co-chairs of the committee, Senator John Barrasso, Governor Mary Fallin, and Congresswoman Virginia Fox.
I now have the honor of recognizing the chairman of the Platform Committee, United States Senator John Barrasso.
So they've moved on, right? They've moved on? Have they moved on? They've moved on, Steve. They are not recognizing the petition. Congressman Buck, what do you have to say?
Kendall, what do you have to say?
Congressman, we're live on MSNBC. What do you have to say?
Go ahead, Kendall.
Kendall Unruh, leader of the Free the Delegates Stop Trump movement. They've completely ignored the petitions here.
Well, are we surprised that they ignored the voice of the people that obviously were screaming and you said, you know what, let's keep this going. Go vote!
They're continuing to protest here with a call of a roll call vote, Steve. This is unbelievable, especially if the required amount of petitions as required were submitted to the Secretary of the Convention. They're saying they were. They have showed us those petitions. I was in the process of showing you those petitions live on the air when they called for this voice vote, and the chairman at the time said he recognized the voice vote and said that the ayes have it. You heard it yourself. There were a lot of nays, but regardless of whether the ayes or the nays had it, based on the voice vote, they submitted petitions under the rules that were supposed to be recognized, and they were not.
And just to tell people here on the left side of your screen what you're seeing, that gentleman at the microphone is walking away now. That's Ken Cuccinelli. Ken Cuccinelli, the former Attorney General from the state of Virginia. He is one of the leaders in the Stop Trump, in the Never Trump movement. He was trying to get the attention of the chair from the delegation microphone in Virginia. You see that microphone shut off. He was tapping on it. He was shouting into it. You see in the Colorado delegation here as well.
That's right, Steve. Not only that, but Ken Cuccinelli had formed an alliance here with Kendall Unruh. Ken Cuccinelli wanted to see at the Rules Committee a set of changes made to the rules of the RNC that would change the primary schedule, other things that people said were favorable to a Ted Cruz run in 2020. They had made an alliance here to sign these petitions in order to reject the rules as they were accepted at the Rules Committee meeting between the Free the Delegates movement and essentially, for lack of a better term, the Ted Cruz 2020 movement. Now, obviously, both of these movements have been rejected here by what they call the Republican establishment.
Stand by, Jacob Soboroff. We still have Ben Ginsburg with us. So, Ben, you watch this. You are watching this as it plays out. The question is, what next? Is there any recourse here just in terms of making noise on the convention floor for the Stop Trump forces to force a recorded vote?
Well, first of all, there are 24 parliamentarians behind the podium who are dying 1,000 deaths because they know they handled this wrong. So now if you're the delegates, you can interrupt any votes that come up now.
Over civil rights 50 or 60 years ago. I think Jacob Soboroff has made his way over to Maine. Remember, Donald Trump lost Maine in the caucuses. Jacob Soboroff, what do you have?
Actually, on the way to Maine, I ran into a former senator from another northeastern state, Gordon Humphrey, who we were speaking with earlier. Senator Humphrey is a part of this movement. Senator Humphrey, the Colorado delegation, as you can see right there, has vacated their seats and walked out of the convention floor. What's your reaction to that?
I think it's more than justified. I sought to be recognized to raise a point of parliamentary inquiry and was immediately drowned out by people I would refer to as brown shirts around in my surroundings.
As a member, a former member of the U.S. Senate, is this how this procedure is supposed to work? We're being governed, as I asked you before, by the rules of the House of Representatives. Is this fair? Is this right?
Well, you just saw the second most important item of business rushed through in a split second with no opportunity for debate, no opportunity for questions, no opportunity for points of order, and no roll call vote, although 9 states under the rules requested a roll call vote and demanded a roll call vote and should have been accorded that vote. So this was pretty shocking and shameful. I've seen a lot, but this is not a meeting of the Republican National Committee. This is a meeting of brown shirts.
What do you mean by that?
I mean people who act like fascists. They might not be fascists, but they act like fascists. They have the manners, or the lack of manners, of fascists. And in this respect, they are only too reflective of Donald Trump himself.
And so do you have a message to Donald Trump? You're a former United States Senator. What's your message for the presumptive nominee based on what happened here?
Never Trump.
Never Trump. All right, Steve, we're going to continue over to the Maine delegation. Thank you, Senator Gordon Humphrey, former senator from New Hampshire. If you just bear with me, Steve, for 1 second, the Maine delegation's right around.
While you make your way over there, Jacob, while you make your way over there, we're going to, and it looks like there's some more commotion here right now. That was Gordon Humphrey likening the process to a fascism there. Gordon Humphrey was a U.S. senator from New Hampshire from 1978 to 1990. He backed John Kasich in the primaries. Kelly O'Donnell is standing by in the Wisconsin delegation. Kelly, what do you have?
Did they just completely not even take up the signatures at all? I mean, what happened?
Back.
Hang on.
Delegates, once again, I need your help and your cooperation. Without objection, the chair will put the question on adoption of the report from the Committee on Rules, de novo. The chair would remind the hall that it is absolutely critical that we are able to discern the ayes from the nays. Those in favor of the rules package will say aye. Those opposed shall say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.